Hi everyone, this is me from the future giving you a quick editing note before this video. As I was watching it through, I realized that I kept saying the wrong thing over and over again. We're talking about an income disclosure statement, and in my line of work, I deal with a document called an information disclosure statement again and again and again, so it's kind of broken my brain. So long and the short of it is every time I say information disclosure statement, I really mean income disclosure statement. So I didn't realize I'm doing it. Sorry, won't happen again. Although this does provide a lot of information, it's an income disclosure statement. Okay, hope you enjoy the video. Thanks, bye. Welcome back everyone. If you're new here, my name is Laura. If you're returning, thank you for returning. Make sure to like this video if you like it and subscribe to the channel if you'd like more videos like this. So today, as promised in my last video, which I'll link up here, we are looking specifically at the information disclosure statement for 2020 for Rodan and Fields, because this is the just perfect example of how, you will not make money in an MLM. And I love all of the little pieces of information that they've put in here that they usually withhold so you can actually see how little money you're going to be making. So let's take a look at this, shall we? So bringing this up, first of all, I will say that I am a fan of the fact that it looks a little more aesthetically pleasing than some information disclosure statements I've seen. However, upon greater, scrutiny, the numbers are pretty confusing. They seem to be doing this thing where they've already taken out like 90% of customers. So they say that 90% of those who order Rodan and Fields products are strictly customers who just love the visible life-changing results, blah, blah, blah. So basically already they're making the claim that, we have mostly customers who purchase our products. Now, I don't think this is true. Most MLMs function in kind of a closed loop system, and it is pretty hard of them to keep track of if you're, like faking customers. I mean, me, for example, if I were a consultant and I signed up with, my regular debit card, like I have that account, I have a joint account with my boyfriend, and then I have 4 different credit cards. So that's a potential like 5 different customers I could be if I wanted to use a different card. And, I don't know how easy it is to do this, but I've heard from different people in other companies that they were able to make up fake customers very easily. So I would not be surprised if this were happening, especially with the fact that we see the numbers that they have 350,000 consultants and only 2 million customers. It doesn't make sense that that's 90% of the people who are buying the products. So the way the rest of this breaks down is that product ambassadors or business builders, that is basically 10%. So because they've already taken out the 90. So they say that, product ambassadors here are 7%, and you can see it's, 73% of paid consultants over here. And then the people who are making the real money, the business builders, are, 3% or, about 27% of paid consultants. And the fact that they actually say of paid consultants is very interesting, because a big argument that a lot of MLM people make is that, when you look at the information disclosure statement, that's not really a full picture because the averages are lowered by the fact that most of the people in there are just in it for the discount. They've signed up, they're not an active consultant, so they're just dragging our numbers down. So you can't really see how much money we're actually making because all those people in there who are just, not in the real business, they're messing things up for us. But in this one specifically, on the second page, it says that in 2020, Rodan and Fields had 351,149 enrolled consultants. 176,721, about 50%, were paid consultants who received payment in at least 1 month for sales that occurred during 2020, and 174,428 who were consultants who received the benefits of discounted prices but did not earn any compensation for Rodan and Fields. So this graph right here has already excluded consultants who were not paid in 2020. So this is only the people that got paid. We know that. That's what this document is telling us. This is only, the 176,000 people who were actually getting paid in the company. And right off the bat, we can see that 73% of them were making very low income. I mean, at the high end here is 41,000, which is great, but that's not, still not a huge income. It's not like the dreams that you're making. It's okay. It's not like a huge amount that they kind of, tout to a lot of people. And let me just say that I find it very interesting the way this is set up with, on this side, number of customers. So it kind of gives an example of like, oh, there are some more customers and their numbers are going up. But then where did the number of customers go on the second part of this graphic? It's not there. Why did they cut it out? Why did they not include the average number of customers for everyone who's making a lot of money? But I see over here, you know what they did include? They included how big their team was. This is it right here. You can look at the graph, and as your downline gets bigger, the amount of money that you have grows because you are making money off of your downline. Like, the fact that they didn't even try to show the number of customers for the people who are making the real money is, I think they didn't because it would have looked really bad. I bet a lot of them do not have that many more customers because, as I talked about in my old video, if you divided the total number of customers by the amount of people who are actually in the business, it's like 11 customers per person for everyone. So it would show that the customers are probably staying the same for the people who are, making more money, but their downlines are getting bigger. And that's exactly the argument for why this is a pyramid scheme, because you're not making more money based on sales, you're making more money based on your team. You are getting commission from everyone on your team. This is just, I'm just so happy they released this. I don't know why they did it in this format, but thank you. Thank you, Erdan and Fields, because it is so easy to skewer you with what you've provided here for us. So if we continue looking at this, I did a little bit of math, and I'm not a super mathy person, but I was able to think, okay, so there's 176,721 people. So if you multiply that by 73%, it's just over 129,000 people. So that's the group that's in this top area over here. And I do like that they actually gave us, again, they're giving us great information here. They gave us the median instead of the average. And for those of you who don't know why I'm excited about that, the median is actually like a better picture of what's going on than the average, because like I said, the average amount of money you'll make in a year is $462, but you could have like 1,000 people making $0 and one person making $1 million. And because of that, the average is skewed because one number on one end is so high, but the median just kind of goes one from each end. So it actually shows you the middle point. So you can see here that even in this kind of top area of the 73% of paid consultants, in the middle, they're making less than $4,000 a year. So sad. So then again, if we look at this business builders area, the area where they're kind of making more money, only when you get to the very top, the advanced leadership, which is less than 1%, might I add, less than 1%, the median up here is $68,000. It's only at that point that you start to make more. And again, the low end here is pretty low. So what I'm gonna do, if the $68,000 is the middle, let's say, and we kind of know it's the middle because it's the median, up over here, it's 0.48%. So I'm gonna say, 0.24%. So that's the middle. So we're going to take the bigger half to kind of see how much money you can make. So if we say 0.24% of that category is making more than $68,000, let's add 0.24 plus 0.11 plus 0.02 plus 0.02, and that gets us to 0.39, which is 1% of 1%. So of the top 1%, only 0.39 people are making more than $68,000. So if we take 176,721 people and we multiply that by 1%, so that's our 1%, and then we multiply that by 0.39, we get 689 people. So what this is telling us is that out of 1,700, out of 176,721 people, only 689 in the entire company make more than $68,000 a year. And that is the information that they have provided to us. You can't argue it because it is on their graphic. This is only the people who are participating in the business side. This is the math that they've given me. If I've done it wrong, let me know, but it's just incredible. And so again, if we look even further, if we take that, okay, less than 1%, if we look at the top two ranks, you know, the elite and the RFX, if we take our percentage of a percentage, there are only 70 people at the kind of top two ranks. It's like 35 and 35. And it's just 70. It is a tiny percentage out of a percent of everyone. And the vast majority of these people are making next to nothing. And again, let me remind you that these numbers are before expenses. Anything that you pay for this business, subtract it out. Any freebies or extras that you get that you have to pay taxes on, subtract it out. So when the fact that 689 people are making more than $68,000 a year after expenses out of more than 175,000 people, that's literally the math telling us how many people are making money. And again, it's all before expenses. Like, what? When I saw this, I was truly baffled that they would give us all of the puzzle pieces. And again, putting the team count on there instead of the customer count is just like chef's kiss. You're showing us how it works. You're saying the quiet part out loud. I sincerely hope that many people see this video and share it to people to show that this is what the information disclosure statement would probably look like for a lot of people, you know, if they actually had it only the paid consultants being shown. They gave us the number of paid consultants. They broke down the percentages. From that, doing the math, we can see literally how many people are making X amount of dollars. They gave us the median, not an average. So we know there's no more secrets. We know the vast majority of people in this company. And again, up to that 68, that over $68,000 threshold was at 99.61% are below that. So you have to get up to above the 99.61% mark to make, you know, a decent living. MLMs are trash, people. They're just trash. Don't join one. And if anyone is thinking of joining one, show them this information disclosure statement, because it is there in black and white and this pretty pastel purple color. I'm truly baffled. I mean, I'm grateful for this, but I'm just baffled at how they put all this information at our fingertips, because usually they're a little more crafty than that. But I guess, thank you, Rodan and Fields. Thank you for just putting it all out there, letting it all hang out. 99.61% of people make, I'm just at a loss for words. Anyway, comment down below if you like this video, subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this, and let me know what you think of this information disclosure statement. Like I said, it's available far and wide. Ugh. Something else really interesting is that I will have linked actually the information disclosure statement from 2015, which shows a, a higher amount of money that can be made. And this is very typical with MLMs as well, because when the market is less saturated and there are less people in the MLM, there's, more money to go around. You can recruit more people, you can sell more things because not everyone is doing it. So what happens a lot of the time is that, you've got, as the years go on, the market gets more saturated and there's less money to be made. So that's kind of a reason why a lot of these companies take down old information disclosure statements from their websites, because if they kept them all up, you could see year by year that the average amount of money that people make is like less and less. So I will have that linked down below as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll be back with another video shortly. Bye.